Is this any better? Can you hear me now? I had to, I don't know, for some reason my other microphone is not working, but I think this one is, so we'll go ahead and get started. Sorry you missed all that, but hopefully that fixes it. Welcome. Tell me where you're watching from. Spread the craft love. Tag your crafty friends. I was just going to show you there's a bunch of stuff on special. And there's a last chance category. So once they're gone, they're gone. So I wanted to show you that there's a bunch that's been added to last chance. There's some 75% off Valentine's Day. So this one is in last chance. We're going to be using this, and this is an 18 by 8. This is part of an 18 by 18 mini buffalo plaid. It is also in last chance, but let me go ahead and show you. There's also 25 to 75% off of some past Valentine's Day stuff. So let me let's look. So you're going to go to my chalk site, which is let me go ahead and put it up on the banner. Maybe. Well, I can put this up there because this. So if you go to chalkcouture.com/Robin's Egg Blue Creations, so this is my chalk site. So you're going to come up here to the little hamburger. You're going to hit shop, and this gives you all sorts of options. And then you're going to go to last chance. So here is a bunch. Try not to get the glare on you. And seriously, this one just came out literally like 2 weeks ago, and it's already at last chance. So if you have not gotten the Can't Fix Stupid Yet transfer, you might want to pick that one up. So this one also just came out, Rooted in Christ, some old patterns, some of the Valentine's Day things, all sorts of fun stuff. And you know, we're celebrating 250 years as a country, so all of these patriotic transfers would be great. This one's a new one. That one is actually already out of stock. Some of the new heat transfers that just came out. So they've got a whole bunch. There's just a ton. But I was going to try to, so that there's like, well, there's 2 pages of last chance. Let's go to the Valentine's Day stuff. I wanted to show you that. So some of the patterned hearts that I used the other day are on special. And they have re-released, like these were past, some of these were all past transfers. So make sure you check out all of that. These are some fun little snarky conversation hearts. So make sure you check out all of the things that they've added in the specials. Lots and lots of stuff. Okay, so I wanted to show you that real quick. And since the Perks member banner is up, let me go ahead and show you this. No, this. So, wrong one. This one. If you join as a Perks member this month, you unlock this free Key to My Heart bundle. It's a wood set. It comes with the heart, the ribbon, and the the key-shaped wood cutout. So you get that for free if you join as a Perks member this month. So that is some just stuff to keep in mind. So we'll come back to this. Okie doke. So let's get started. Hello, Miss Ashley. That's odd that it didn't pop up on in my comments, but hello. Okie doke. So we're gonna do this with you. I am home with the buffalo plaid. My original intent was to do it on this cutting board. I had an ice cream transfer on this side. I have the pumpkin on this side. and I still think I might do it. So I may still do it on that, but I also already had this tag painted that I didn't get around to painting at Christmas. So I think we're going to do that. And then I also wanted to highlight that it will fit perfectly on these chalk spot. It would look really cute on this chalk spot 9x12 tag. And these are super inexpensive on my chalk site right now. So let's put that to the side right now. And we'll go ahead, and I've got out my antique wax, so we're going to faux stain this. Brand new jar. Throw that away before it gets everywhere. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to get out a couple of wipes. I wonder why my comments are not showing. Got them pulled up on my phone, but okay. Okay, so I'm going to don some gloves. But, you know, I don't like to get dirty. And I do want to make note, you just saw the color of the month thing. I do probably need to take that down because it goes away after the 15th of each month. Oh, that is way too much. Okie doke. So I just have some antique wax on and I'm hoping, I was afraid of that. It's not going to cover. So you can still kind of see my words. Actually, maybe we'll not do that and we'll just get a paintbrush. Hopefully I can get it on a little darker with a paintbrush. Because I want to make sure I can see, or I don't want to see all of the old design. I'll grab a paintbrush and we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Oh gosh, as I spill it everywhere. Because I do want it a little darker. Hopefully you won't be able to see it. How's everyone's week? Who all's ready for the weekend? And do you have any big plans? Hello, Bonita. Well, I didn't have any sound here either, so it may not have been your phone. It may have been me. I had to switch microphones. And for some reason, my comments aren't showing on my screen. So it may have been me and not the phone. Oh good, that's gonna work perfect. And I don't mind some of this gray showing on that one side. It's just gonna make it look a little more aged. Ashley says her week felt like a month. With all your pin orders you're doing, girl, I can see why. That's amazing though, that's fantastic. Benita says she's glad it's Friday. Okay, I've got a mess here. let's kind of quickly do the edges a little bit. Without trying to get too much on that other side. Probably shouldn't do this. I should probably just leave them alone. I guess I can come back and do the sides later, but I always say that and then I never come back and do what I need to do later. Try not to touch that other side with my dirty gloved hand. Oops. And then while this one is drying, we'll do the tag. Has anyone picked up the Creative Kickstart bundle yet with the little dachshund and the punch art stuff? The punch needle? I think mine is supposed to come either this weekend or early next week. And then don't forget to check. There's some Valentine's and other transfers that have been marked down up to 75% off. I have all of that linked below. I have a cart link for tonight's project linked below. This transfer would even look cute on the cookbook stand, so I actually I kind of debated on whether to do it on the cookbook stand. Oh, I have a mess. So that would look super cute. Okay, so we're going to put this to the side. I'm going to throw away my mess. We'll let this one dry. Down to the bottom of the barrel, that wipe was extra juicy. Okay, let's put this to the side. Let it dry. Hopefully it doesn't go falling. Okay, so let's bring in our tag and our transfer. Ashley says, thanks. How was your week? My week was pretty good. I had board meeting yesterday and ran into some issues, so I was having kind of an emotional day yesterday, but I'm good. Well, I need to get some stuff done because I have the vendor event at Tony's Pizza on a Friday and Saturday of next week, so I gotta get organized for that. Okay, so I'm just putting the name of the transfer on the back side. I'm going to get out my fuzz cloth. We're going to kind of figure out where this is going to go. I think I'm going to do the buffalo plaid last. So I don't even think, I probably should sand a little bit. So I'm just going to, sorry, it's probably going to be noisy. Actually, let me mute it really quick. Okay, hopefully that helped. Hopefully I came back. I just wanted to sand it and get it a little bit smoother. Oops. That feels better. Put my tack cloth away. Ugh. Okay. Now we can put this down. I don't think I'm going to wax. We're going to see what happens. So we're going to knock back a little bit of this adhesive because it is a brand new transfer. And I have a painted surface. Although there's not a lot of adhesive, or not a lot of adhesive where the house is. So I mainly kind of need to focus just on these outer pieces. And then down here. And then on this side. Let's see how that works. Then I'm just going to center it after I get rid of this big old hair. This could be a disaster not waxing, but I'm going to give myself quite a bit of space down at the bottom because I want to add a little chunk of buffalo plaid, but I do want to leave enough stuff area up here if I want to put a little rag bow or a fabric tassel. Okay, so I picked out some interesting colors. Of course, cherry for the little heart, and I wanted to try to incorporate from some teal and some marigold. And then I also picked out brown for the roof. It's kind of an odd color combination. But we could also, if you don't like this one, because I'll probably use this for when I do it on my cutting board, we could go super neutral. Also have, you could do storm ash, and no, I think we'll stick with these colors. Oh, that's looking a little crooked. I think we'll just stick with what we've got going on here. So let's do Couture teal for the door section. I'm going to get out a little bit of placement tape. I'm just going to kind of try to unstick this a little bit. This way I don't go into my other sections. Oops. I still have a hole. Oh well. Okay, so I'm going to put my squeegee into my paste. I'm getting a little bit more than normal because mine is kind of thick. So I need to push hard and act fast. Hopefully it's not too thick that it doesn't go through, which could be a possibility. I gotta give my paste some love and some extra TLC. I'll have to wait. So I'm going to pull that section up just to see. I think it works pretty good. It's all of that distressing is built into the transfer. I'm just going to leave that like that. I'm going to plug in my quick dry tool. Get that mostly dry. Pop the lid on that one. Oops. I'm going to take the tape off. Burnish most of that down. Now let's do the brown, and I just have espresso. I'm going to turn my project around. I'm going to try to paste away from the teal portion. Oops, I have a little bubble. Okay, pull up that section. Okay, now we'll do the marigold, which I'm sure that's a retired color, I think. And I can't remember if it was a color of the month or if it was an En Vogue color. I think it might have been an En Vogue color. So it's kind of bright. So I'm just filling in the silkscreen areas. Now I'm kind of evening out my squeegee lines. I'll pull that section up. Actually, I'm going to do the heart really quick, and then we can pull all of that up, hopefully. Ashley says that's a pretty color. I love a good mustard yellow. It's a little more orangey yellow than I would prefer, but it's the closest we have to mustard yellow. This was cherry, which is my favorite red. Okay, so we'll go ahead and pull that up. So pretty. It's kind of an odd color combination, but I like it. Kind of that patchwork primitive. Don't forget this transfers in last chance, and if you open the cart link, you'll notice that there's also an accompanying digital download. So this transfer has a coordinating download where you could take that downloaded file and put it into a cutting machine like a Cricut or a Silhouette, or even if you have a laser or a CNC machine, you can use that digital file and cut out the heart, the house, and then the offset of the words, and then you can cut those out and then chalk on those. So I went ahead and added the digital download to the folder too. So if you're picking this up, make sure you get that digital download if you have any interest in using that cut file for like a Cricut or a Cameo or even a laser file. So now I've got black velvet. We're just going to use this for the words. I'm just going to get rid of my excess. Paste, because I can pop that back into my container. Ashley says she likes the color combo as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and peel the rest of that up, hopefully. I'm going to go put this in my sink and give it a good spray. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So now we'll get that dry. I like that color combo, so I think I'm gonna have to paint my cutting board in the white distress before I paste this on there. Okay, let's get out our buffalo plaid. And I'm probably not even gonna fuzz because this has been so well used. Let's see, I think I want to use that end. trying to line it up as best I can. Now this doesn't have an edge on it, so I'm going to make my own edge. Couldn't find my transfer tape. Okay, hopefully this works. Cross your fingers. Jason says beautiful. Thank you. So you kind of have to use this buffalo plaid. You have to keep it in the back of your mind that it's probably not going to turn out perfect, and just embrace the distress, because the adhesive on it is kind of weird because you've got a lot of partial to no adhesive just because of the nature of the design. So try to use a light hand, use a lot of paste so you don't have to, which I struggle with, so you don't have to go over areas a lot. Try to only go in one direction if you can. That way your transfer doesn't bunch up. And then just lightly kind of go back over it to even things out. And let's hope and pray for the best. So I'm going to gently peel it. That way, hopefully that doesn't pull off my... That way if I miss, I'm going to gently or slowly peel it. That way if I'm late, if there's obvious places that I've missed, okay. So there are some imperfections in it, which again, you have to kind of keep that in mind when you're using, especially this buffalo plaid. You're going to get little places like this, but it kind of just adds to the whole primitive nature of it. But I think that looks pretty good. I think that whole thing is just super cute. Okie doke. So now I need to pick out some fabric to make a kind of either a tassel or a rag bow. Ashley says it's so cute. Well, it'll probably be, I don't know if I'm going to take it to Race Rustic or if I want to save it for my vendor event next week. I could make some more tags. Okay. We'll let that dry and we can pick out some fabric. I don't know what kind of yellows I have, but we'll get creative. Oh, I see one that might work. Staring right at me. So let's go get some bunches of fabric. Okay, so I think out of my black bin, I think we'll get that one. I'm gonna pull out the polka dot. Oh, actually, I'll get the bandana. because I might have a polka dot in a different color. And I spy. That one's not quite the color, but I think it will work. As far as that teal color, got some of these. It's not quite the same color, but it's close. That's also a close color. Nope, too blue. Wish that didn't have all that pink in it. But I think what I have is a little blue. I think we'll go with that instead. I think that's pretty good colors. Let's see what other yellow I have. I found a couple more, but I think that might be too many bandana. If I add a brown and a yellow, I'll probably have some other brown. Ooh. Ding, ding, ding. I think that might work. And I kind of like that one. So we'll put those away. Put this brown one. Since I have the brown container out, I'll just put it in. So I store all of my little scraps in these bins by color. I got these at Menards. They stack well, and I can fit 4 of them 2 by 2 in the 12 by 12 cube storage. They work perfect for fat quarters and my bandanas and my little fabric remnants to store. Okay. Oh, now I gotta get my bow dabber. So now we have to decide if we want to do a bow or a tassel. Put my paintbrush away. So, to clear my desk off a little bit. Okay. Okay, I don't think we're going to use that bandana. So I think I've got some good colors here. And I don't have to use all of them. I think I'll remove that one and we'll just go with these. Okay, let's get some scissors. Okay. Just trying to find some twine without knocking everything else over. going to use this for our hanger. I wonder if I have a twisty tie. Okay, so I keep all my little twisty ties. This makes an easy way to get it through the hanger, or through that little hole. So I have it doubled over. I'm going to put my little twisty tie, the punch needle kit. Yeah, I mixed the little wiener dog with his little sweater. So you get the in the bundle that you can purchase outright, you get the transfer and the punch needle. And then you can qualify to earn the big bundle with a $100 order, and that comes with the transfer, the punch needle kit, the embroidery floss, the espresso chalkology ink, and the tote bag. So you can get that with a free with a $100 order. Okay, so we have our hanger. I've got that on there. Okay, twisty ties. Save them. Like when I buy my peg hooks, they come with twisty ties, and I save all those because I use them to thread things. Any of the toy packaging that comes with the big long metal silver twisty ties, save those. Add them to your crafty stash. Okay, so let's tear some fabric because it's fun and cheaper than therapy. If you have headphones in or ear pods, oops, I apologize, it's going to get noisy. So I rarely cut fabric, I tear it. So I just make little snips, and then I just tear the fabric. So we'll make a couple of those. And then I'll probably cut those in half. I do cut these into my little strips, but so we have those. So I use bandanas, I use fat quarters, or I'll use fabric remnants. So usually, I didn't today, shame on me, but every time usually when I go to Hobby Lobby, I'll check the remnant aisle, the little remnant shelf. This one has touches of turquoise, so that's fun. So again, tear those and then cut them in half. Okay. Do this yellow. Again, it's not quite the right color, but it will be close enough. And you could probably leave the yellow out. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one in half. Probably regret that, but This way I don't have to deal with such long strips. Go ahead and fold that one up. Okay, so now we can work with this one. Cut some strips at the bottom. And that one obviously is a little thicker, so it's a little louder. You will have fabric strings. It just comes with the territory. Okay, so now I'll tear these little strips. Oh, maybe. Oh. Ooh. That took a lot of effort. Okay, there's those. This ticking fabric. It's also kind of the same way. It's really long. I think this was obviously a remnant. The yellow was a remnant. The rest were either bandanas or fat quarters or fat quarter bundles. One, two, three. Now we'll tear those. But if you open up the inside of my laptop in here, it's probably got fabric strings embedded in the fan blades. It's wrapped around like when it gets caught in the vacuum cleaner brush. It's probably what my fan looks like. I prefer bandanas because they don't necessarily have a front or a back. Whereas, as you can tell with this yellow fabric, it obviously has a front or a back. And Hobby Lobby is about the best place to get different colors and prints of bandanas for fairly inexpensive. I think they're 99 cents a piece. Okie doke. So I thought I cut a little piece of twine. Probably have lost that in the chaos. It's probably on the floor. Just cut another one. Okay, let's get this bow started. So I'm just going to put my twine in my Bodabra, my mini Bodabra, and then I'm just going to start putting in some fabric. And I'm just going to crisscross. I'm not terribly worried about front or back. It's going to kind of all even out in the end. Ooh, that's a thick one. wonder if I can get that into 2. Yep. I don't go in any particular order, but you can. Kind of all evens out in the end. So what's everyone's weekend plans? I know I asked before, but I don't think I didn't hear what y'all were saying. Let's put another one of these. Benita says she's going to stay inside where it's warm. Yep, it is cold here. Let's see, it is now currently 32. And that's probably warmer than it's going to be tomorrow. Let's see. Jason says relaxing, hopefully. I'm just probably going to be puttering around, trying to get some projects progressed and get some things ready for next week's vendor event. But I've got a lot of projects half finished that I just need to get done. My vendor spaces aren't going to fill themselves. Ooh, she's getting thick. Okay. Get some of these strings while I'm, oops, have a runaway. So I'm just going to take my 2 ends of my twine, and I'm just going to tie it loosely because when I take it out, it's going to be a thick stack of ribbon, and then I'm going to tie it in a knot. And then I'm just going to kind of give it a shake. I'm going to mix everything all together. Okay. She be big. I think she's going to be cute though. I think I'm going to loosen. Big chunk of strings. Get those off. So I'm going to loosen this a little bit, and I think I'm going to tie my bow around that. Maybe. That way, if somebody doesn't like it, they can take it off. Looks kind of like a Muppet. It probably needs to be trimmed a little bit, but maybe not. Can't see the heart very well, but afraid if I start trimming, then kind of give her a little bit of a haircut up right around there. I'm going to lift her up and see what I need to have done. I kind of tease it up near the top. I could also undo it and maybe raise it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be right there at the... Okay, so I'm going to tighten the hanger back up, and I'm just going to tie it maybe like right up there. Ashley says she's not looking forward to tomorrow. Do you have to get out in it? Or are you just in general? Oops. Okay. Just kind of holding it up a little bit. I don't know if I like that, but you can see the heart. It kind of reminds me of a Muppet. Let me... Ooh, I am way far away. Or way too close, I should say. It kind of looks like a Muppet when it's that far up. I think I'm going to drop it back down. What do y'all think? It does. You can't see the heart very well, but that's what it looks like. I think it's cute. It might be a bit poofy, but you kind of tease it up near the top. And I might give it a little bit of a haircut because you kind of can't see the cute little heart up there. Unless I put it, I could pull it up farther maybe. I don't know. Still can't see the heart very well. What do y'all think? Jason says he loves it. Ashley says so cute. I think it turned out cute. I like it. I might still give it a trim, maybe. I don't know. Well, now you can kind of see the heart. So okie-doke. So if you want this one, make sure you get the transfer because it is in last chance. So is the Buffalo Mini Plaid. And this is was a part of the 18 by 18 transfer. Valentine's Day is up to 75% off. They've added a bunch of transfers from years past. So check those out. I'm going to check my stash and see if there's any of those that I don't have. I do have projects planned for this weekend, so I probably just need to get those scheduled so that I stick to it and show you those fun projects. So be watching my page because I will get those scheduled so that I can go live. Benita says with the rag bow being that high up, you could always do something on the back side of the tag as well with coordinating colors. Yep, you could. And that's what my original plan was, to do this cutting board because I have the pumpkin pie on the back, and I snipped the bow off that I had on pumpkin pie, but I was going to actually tie it to cut this off. I was going to tie the bow to a hair elastic so that I could just quickly turn the bow around so that it would be it would be on the house design for my evergreen design upstairs in the kitchen, and then when fall gets around I can flip the bow around for the pumpkin pie side. So I was just going to put it on a little hair tie. That way I can flip it around. So kind of building off what Bonita said about putting something with coordinating colors that matches the bow. So then I could do something on this side as well. That way you don't waste that side of the surface. Good idea. But there again, this is what we do. I think it turned out so cute. Cute. This would be cute on a little, on one of the little 9-inch circles. Yep, the house would just fit on one of the 9-inch rounds. That would make the cutest little wreath attachment if you just did the house on one of the 9-inch chalk spot tag or chalk spot circles. Super cute. And don't forget, we also have the 9x12 chalk spot tag that it would work on as well. Just different ideas, lots of options. So make sure you check my chalk site. I hope to see you this weekend. Thanks for hanging out with me this evening. If you're in my neck of the woods, make sure that you stay warm and don't blow away in the wind. So with that, I'm going to hop off. Thanks for watching. See you later and have a great weekend.